Hey there, everybody. My name is Totally. Welcome to the Afterparty of Motorstorm Pacific Rift. Essentially, we've already beaten the festival per se, but we still have two events left in each category. And I fully intend to complete these as well, because why not? This game's great. So to start it off, we're going to be doing Sugar Rush Derelict, an Eliminator rank 8 with a Mud Plugger. That's going to be hard. Mud Pluggers have one of the worst turning radiuses in the entire game, so... You know what? We're going to go back to basics. We're going to use the Patriot Bushwhacker. Back to Monument Valley days here. Alright. How do you think this will go? I can't remember if you can make a roof cut with a mud plugger or not. I know there's one vehicle class that's really hard to do it with. But I can't ever remember which one that is. Okay. Man, that guy really just tossed that door around there, didn't he? Whew, that Moonertech Weevil up there is, like, hitting sharp angles. But you can see why this is going to be difficult. Luckily, it's an eliminator race, not a race, so I can just crash the dude that is in first. We should be okay. Oh! Yeah, well, we ain't making a roof cut this lap. That's for sure. I got a weird sticky landing when I touched the platform there. Which again, normally you want, but this is one of those situations you just want to go straight. Man, dude, these things are terrible on this track. And somehow I just got teleported down off the roof by a reset. It's interesting. I'm gonna follow this guy's lead. I know there's a route right here somewhere. There it is. Forgot about that. The random... Well, I'm out. That went well. I'm at least gonna blow this guy up. Hey, pal. Just launch that guy to Mars. Okay. Well, I went pretty terribly, let's be honest. Okay. Of course, it has been a while since I've driven a mud plugger in this game, let's be honest. And, at least on something that's this technical. And remember earlier that I said I wish they'd make more tracks like this that are like really technical? This is why I understand that they didn't make more of these. Because as you can tell, mud pluggers are just not designed for this track. They just don't work very well. It's so tight, the turning radius of mud pluggers is so bad. But, I mean, you can make it work. But it's just... It's not great. I'm pretty sure this is the vehicle that I struggled with this on. Yeah, because you can't make the... You can't make the turn for the roof cut. So probably not going to do a roof cut. I'm just going to bail it. We'll make the time up with the sugarcane cuts. Because it's really easy to do the sugarcane cut with this thing. I could do it a little cleaner there if I had the option, but... If I remember right, I struggled on this one for a while. The first time I played through this. Mainly because this track is a maze, and... And because you're in a mud plugger that doesn't have good maneuverability, so you're really at fault here. Especially when the AI can just make 90-degree turns like on a dime, just because their handling stats are through the roof at this rank. Okay, so we're not going to do the roof cut. I was trying to hit that guy and I missed him, so I slammed into that wall instead. But my goal right now is just to slow everybody down through this section by being here. So that I can keep up with everybody. Well, I'm running out of time here. I took this cut a little bit too sharp. You know, I don't know that this is worth it. I totally don't think that's worth it. I think it's much faster just to go around the outside, reliably speaking, because I don't even know. That got so far up there, yeah. 100%, it would have been worth it to just go around the outside. I think you have to have like a big rig to really make the sugarcane cut worth it, unless you just get it perfect, you know, perfect lines right through it, because there is a couple routes through the sugarcane that doesn't have any sugarcane. It's actually just bushes, which you can go right through the bush and not lose any speed. So if you can memorize the exact arc, you can do a blind cut through the sugarcane field and make it with almost any vehicle. But it's so much easier with big rigs because you're just above the sugarcane and you can see it. So you don't have to memorize it, you can just use it. So how about we just do a nothing fancy race here? Nothing fancy. Basically, we would just run this track the way it was intended. And honestly, it'd probably be faster. With this vehicle, at least. Man, I'm full locking that turn out right there. And even dropping speed to make it, and still can barely make that turn. Ow. Okay, we're going to try this too. Use the old big rig strat here on this track. I guess there is one thing that's fancy, and it's this cut right here, but it's an absolute no-brainer. Like, it's like the only way you can play this track. Excuse me. You know what I wonder about this game, though? I wonder if the AI are actually coded slightly differently from each other. Like if they play with different strategies. Because it seems that certain AI are inherently intended to screw you over, where other AI are more focused on speed, and they're pretty consistent with that. So I wonder if they're actually coded different, or if that's just coincidence because of the vehicle that they're using and the events that they're put in. But even if you just go in Recreation and you just toss a bunch of random AI in there, they still do that. Pretty consistently to what they did in the festival for the most part. So, wow, I'm gonna die. Whew. But I wonder if that's a thing. I don't know. I'm curious. Anyway, we nailed that. Just nice and smooth. Nothing fancy. That was the key. Okay, what do we got for the air zone today? Ring God Spires at the limit. It's a race. Rank 8, 3 laps. I don't want to use a four-wheeler. I've used a four-wheeler, like, in the last video. I use a rally car, too, but I'll use a terrible rally car to make up for it. How's that? Alright, I'll use the Lunartech Weevil. Probably my least favorite rally car out of the bunch. And that'll make up for the fact that I'm using a rally car. And you know, I don't really know what it is about the Lunartech Weevil that I hate so much. It's like, it's something about how it slides compared to how it looks with the hitbox. And I find it very easy to run over, I suppose. Like, if you got like a monster truck behind you, if you use a different rally car, you might be able to kind of bump it out of the way, the monster truck out of the way. But with this thing, it just runs right over the round back of it, and you're done. So, I don't know, I just never have liked this rally car. Not the Castro Toro, which is on both sides of me, actually, at the moment. So, we shall see how it does. I want to hit this ramp. I never hit that thing. It's like, not fast, as you can tell, being that I'm in 8th place to take that route, but we'll catch up. Okay. Wow, I just got tossed. Wow, I just got tossed again. I don't think I was going to nail that tree. I can outrun him on the inside of this turn here. It's a good thing this is 3 laps. I'm going to have a hard time catching everybody. Wow, I just got a terrible landing. Excuse me. Yeah, I just do not like this thing, the way it handles. I stand a shot here to catch these guys. It's going to require 2 pretty smooth laps. I'll stick this. It'll be alright. There we go. I'm actually going to go up top this time. I'm going to try something. I'm pretty sure this is slower, but I just want to confirm that the AI knows that this is slower. Well, I just slapped into a tree, so the test is mute, but it is what it is. I would guess that route is still slower. Man, that guy just got like man-witched into the wall right there. Bad day for him. I actually still stand a shot here. Mainly because the guy on the right's taking the slow route, and this big rig in front of me is not going to be able to make the turn. You know, the huge sharp left one here that takes you underneath the other route. Not this first left, the second one. And I'll be able to get around him there. Unless this guy's going to be a turd the entire time. Okay. And an unfortunate slowdown due to the Bastille there. Luckily I'm going to clear this. He let me by. What a lad. Thank you, sir. That was a clean turn right there, though. I got the whip. That's what... Whips are hard to get with rally cars. It's where the car starts like this, and then right before a turn, you whip it like that, so that when you go off the end of the turn, you're already kind of headed in the right direction, so you don't have to use the in-air steering to turn you. Yeah, it works way better, but I call it the whip, because it whips the back end over. It's really hard to do, because if you go too far, you lose all the speed, you don't make the jump. So it's, you know, it's catch-22. So anyway, to the next one. Okay. Ooh, I got the Eliminator ticket in the air zone. That'll be part of the last video. For the fire zone today, if it loads, we have Wildfire, Red Ring of Death. Okay. Now, the age-old conundrum. Shall I choose a big rig or a monster truck? I'm going to go with the big rig. For better or worse. And I'm going to use the Castro Veradero. I love this this big rig. It's fantastic. Thing's bulletproof. Alright. I may have made a mistake. Yeah, I may have wanted to choose a monster truck to face off with the pipsqueaks here. I didn't realize that this was going to be all lightweights in a bowling ball. But we'll make it work. Honestly, this might work actually. I didn't think about this. Because if I can just get up straight line speed, there's nobody on the track that's going to be able to bulldoze me out of my line. So all I have to do is ignore the AI and just speed around the track. I can do that. Sure. No, I do have a time limit. I didn't notice that. A 4 minute and 40 seconds. For 3 laps, should be okay. Trying a strategy here. I must have just clipped the lava with the tire there. I mean, just barely clipped the lava. Okay. Come on. That last turn's brutal with this thing, though, I can tell you that. It's going to be hard to catch these little dudes, though, because they're so quick. That guy just blew up there. For no reason, dude. What are you doing, man? Rookie mistakes. You're a rank 8 AI. He just blows up their car intentionally in this rank. Disgrace. Look, right here, I'm actually going really fast. Okay. We got a group of 3 guys up here who've gotten away from the pack. So, I imagine that this is going to be difficult. I don't even know where they are up here. Okay. Found one of them. 2 of them. There they are. Okay, there's a pack of 3 right here. I think we can pull this off. I had to use this slightly slower ramp. But I don't think it's going to matter. I'm going to catch these guys by the end of the race, I think. I'm actually going really, really fast. Like, I got the speed streaks on the sides and everything. Like, I'm actually pushing the limit of how fast the big rig can go right now. So it's not going to be for lack of trying if I don't win this. Hey, buddy. Okay, so we caught him. Now the goal is to hold them off. I barely made that. I used a little bit of boost right at the last second because I was like, I don't know that I'm going to make that at this speed. Okay, excuse me while I try to make this last turn. This is where I can lose the race right here. Luckily, I have Rams in my favor, and we got it. First try, baby. Let's go. Huh. Got about like 2 seconds. A little bit more than 2 seconds, too. And the AI immediately kills us in the background there, but it is what it is. Alright then, on to the next one. Oh, we got the speed ticket in the fire zone, too. Man, you gotta end the series with a speed ticket in the fire zone. But in the water zone today, we have Colossus Canyon, Chaos Canyon. Speed event with a monster truck. Oh, well, it's a good thing I used a big rig in the last race. I'm gonna use the Atlas Earthquake. Why not? Let's have some fun with it. Okay. I want to know whose idea it was. Out of all the Mad Lad things that MotorStorm people have done, like, you know, the engineers and whatever at this, why did they choose to make a dump truck into a monster truck? Like, look, I mean, it's a crazy idea, and it fits perfectly with the theme of the game, right? But why? It's like the most impractical vehicle they could have chosen. The things are built for torque, not speed. So they've had to completely retrofit this engine to even get it to run remotely this fast. And with this much handling. And I may be wrong, but I don't believe that dump trucks have rear wheel steering. I think they're solid axle steering. So being the front being the only part that turns. Whereas this one has rear wheel. So they've essentially ripped the top off of a dump truck and snapped it onto a monster truck kit in order to build this thing. So, but why? You could have made it look like anything, like a giant dinosaur, which they also did. But instead, you went for a dump truck. Gotta love it. Also, I haven't not been paying attention this whole time, and we're already almost halfway done with this, so that's cool. But I forgot how slidey that part is. This part in here is actually really slippery. I'm pretty sure there's actually parts of this in here that have like zero friction, or very close to it, because the water just shoves you down the hill, and it makes it really, really slidey. Ooh, jeez. That'll work. A little bit ugly. Feels so weird going around the outside like this. That's why you gotta like speed events though. They force you to take lines that you would never take, like in races and stuff. Okay. I'm just overcooking the crap out of the boost right now. Gotta make something happen here. Okay, what do we got? I got it. I was supposed to go over top of that log, but I went around the outside instead, and I got it. This route is always slower, by the way. Jumping that rock, there's a reason I never do it. You lose like half a second just by going over top of that instead of going around the outside. It's unreal. Okay. I'll make it happen. I got like 5 whole seconds to get there, so nailed it. Well then, see how we did. Cool. Alright then, everybody. That was a much shorter video than the recent ones have been. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. My name is Turtle Dude. Peace out.